much as I love the look and feel of a suit, I have to admit, I hate wearing suits, man. I can't even breathe right now. I guess this is what I signed up for. Hey everyone, it's Jensen. Today I want to talk about a topic that a bunch of people have been asking me throughout the years, and it is about what I study in university. Business. To paint a picture and tell you, if you don't already know, I am a filmmaker and YouTuber, and I've been making videos since I was 12 years old. I've made narrative short films, I've made YouTube videos, I've made corporate work, I've made advertisements, I've even entered film festivals before, won those film festivals. Filmmaking and media, I would say I am pretty engaged in. So that's why when people discover that I study business in university, they're like, what? They're very confused because they would assume that I went to film school, but no, I go to business school. And so today I'm making this video to kind of tell you guys and share my experiences in business school as a filmmaker and the reasons why I went to business school instead of film school. I want to start this off at the very beginning. I remember I was in high school and it was around September, the last year, and I started freaking out. I didn't know what the heck I wanted to do after high school. I knew I wanted to go to university, but I didn't know what I wanted to study. And all the years prior to that, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, I didn't plan nothing. You know, I was fooling around and just having fun with my friends. Thankfully though, I had good grades. So I kind of had those options to really do whatever I wanted. I kind of looked into myself and I reflected and I said, you know what do you love? What are your passions? And of course, storytelling, filmmaking, video, you know, that's right there in front of me. I kind of sat down and I looked through all the options, and that's when I decided, you know what? I'm not going to go to film school. I'm going to go to business school. I think there are 7 big reasons that made me choose business school over film school. So the first reason I chose business school over film school was because of the change in the video industry at that time, or well, even now. I graduated high school in 2015, and that was when YouTube was already, you know, pretty established. You know, the internet and digital content, digital media was all out there. And for me, I just knew it was gonna be the future of video and of content. A YouTube video can get more views than a TV show. A movie on Netflix, or even a YouTube video again, could get more views than a movie going to the theaters, right? It's crazy how much technology has changed the game. The video industry had been democratized. Anyone can make anything and the barrier to entry is so low. At that time, I saw that and I realized film school teaches you a lot about the old traditional ways of making videos, making films, all of that. When you go to school, the things that are taught to you are already years outdated. If I were to go into film school and learn old school things and then pursue a path in digital media or the likes, I don't know if it made sense. The second reason I didn't go to film school was because of the source of my passion for filmmaking. So with all our passions, all our hobbies, all our interests, there's always something behind it that fuels it. For example, for biking, people don't like biking just because it's biking. It's because it provides maybe an adrenaline rush. It's the challenge. People like drawing, not because of just drawing. It's probably because of the artistic creativity that comes from drawing. For me, I love filmmaking because it's such a great medium and such a great way to tell stories of my own. For film school, they teach a lot of the traditional ways of making a big movie, right? Hollywood movie. Reflecting on myself and seeing, you know what? I don't really want to work and tell another person's story for like 20 to 30 years until I get even a chance. And it's just a chance. It's not even guaranteed to tell your own story. Unless you get a home run in the very beginning, you're literally like slaving off for a lot of your life. I had no time to waste. I felt like it wasn't the right path to where I wanted to go to for my passion in filmmaking. The third reason I didn't go to film school was because of how learning had changed, or rather the way of learning. Nowadays, you can hop on YouTube, you can hop on Masterclass, you can hop on Skillshare, sponsor me Skillshare, and you can learn whatever you want, anything. Filmmaking is obviously something that you can learn on the internet and all around you. All the filmmaking I did, I learned by myself. I was learning stuff on YouTube, I was learning stuff through experience. Experience is like the #1 way to learn things. Just go make a video and you'll learn so much. Learning how to make videos is just so easily accessible now online. It's just didn't make sense. Okay, reason number 4. This is where we get into the business side of things. The previous reasons, I mainly talked about why I didn't go to film school, my reasoning behind that, but this is now why I chose business school over film school. And 4th reason is because I wanted to differentiate myself. I wanted to stand out. So there's a great video from Professor Galloway. He is a professor of marketing at the New York University. And in one of his videos, he gives career advice. One of them was, to be successful in your career, you should stand out by having expertise in 2 different skills, 2 opposing specializations. This is how I saw it in my head. So if I went to film school as a filmmaker and standing next to all my classmates, I wouldn't stand out. I'd be like everyone else. We all knew how to make films, and probably the other guys were better than me. But that's why you find an opposing side. For me, that was business. You don't really see a lot of business people that also have that creative element, that understand that video, digital media, content aspects of it together. If I went into business school and I learned all the skills and techniques and trades of business school and have my video expertise and skills that I already learned in high school and throughout my entire life, I would stand out so well. Not only do I stand out, but now I have 2 areas of expertise and I can go into business as well as go into film. I saw that and I said, you know what? I'm gonna take an untraditional route. I'm gonna do something new, unconventional, and go to business school and take the left turn that nobody thought I was gonna do. I think that's what a lot of us creatives should do. We got to look at the world and our paths in front of us and do something different. Take the unconventional, the untraditional path, because that's how we're gonna succeed and that's how we're gonna stand out. Find a way to disrupt something. If you take the old school way, it's gonna be a long time until you get what you want. Reason number 5, the prestige and security. Okay, so I'm just gonna be straight up. A business degree is viewed as more valuable than a film degree. Arts is, undervalued in the world, and I wish it was valued more, but that's just how life is. As a 17-year-old at that time, I didn't want to take no chances. I was freaking out. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I wanted to keep as many doors open as possible when going to university. Business school, it would allow the most doors to be open. Whereas if I went to film school, I don't know if all the doors would be open. Now looking back, I'm in my last year in university. I'm literally about to graduate in a few months. Honestly, the degree, there's only so much that it does for you. It doesn't define who you are. I know a lot of people that don't even have degrees and they're very successful. And I know people that have a business degree and are not quite there yet, right? While as there's people with film degrees and they're started their own business and they're being very successful. So literally a degree is only a label because really it's you and your ambitions and your drive that will take you to places. A degree doesn't guarantee you nothing. The 6th reason I chose business over film school is because of my genuine passion for business. I come from a family of entrepreneurs, of business people, and I think just throughout my entire life, business was always around me and I always loved it, but I just didn't really notice it. When you look at even YouTubers now, right? They're creative people, but they're also running their own business. They're running their own brand. They're creating their product, which is this video that you're watching on my side of things. Business was always there and I loved the entrepreneurship side of things, creating something out of nothing. So I didn't force myself to like business, right? I didn't force myself to go to a degree that I didn't necessarily like but was safe or anything. If I wanted to really be super safe and wanted to be super traditional, I would of course pursue being a doctor or a lawyer, engineer, things like that. But I pursued something that I liked. So it wasn't an insanely difficult decision when choosing between business school and film school. It was just, reevaluating my passions and realizing, okay, even if you don't go to school for your biggest passion, that's okay, because you can have many passions in life and you can easily pair your creative and artistic passions with business and it'll work. The 7th and the final reason why I chose business over film school was because of the return on investment, the ROI. Yes, that is a term that I learned in business school. Okay, I'm using it now. When we buy something, right, we put money towards it and we hope in return we get something of that value that is comparable to that monetary value or more, right? And the school is like the same thing. We put in our money, we invest money into our schooling, and we hope to get education that is of that value of money that we paid for, or even more. And we usually hope it's more. So when I was comparing business school and film school, I was looking at it in terms of return on investment. Looking at UBC Sauder School of Business, that is where I studied business. The tuition for 4 years for a domestic student is $58,000. That's tuition and student fees. Now at Capilano University's film program, which is where I probably would have studied for film, is $62,000. So film school is already more than business school. To have a good return on investment, I would want my film degree to provide me back more value than a business degree. But that's not the case. Business degree majors, they have a higher median income than those of art degree majors. That would include film, of course. That right there shows that business degrees have a higher return on investment than art degrees, film degrees. The numbers don't lie, right? Now that's if we only look at ROI in terms of money. Value can come from anywhere. It can come from experience, from the creativity and art that you achieve during your degree. It could come from the knowledge that you learn. So many things. So ROI in terms of money doesn't necessarily mean it's, everything, but it's the best and easiest way to compare degrees, because other ones, it's just so hard to compare. I couldn't really do so. University is expensive, so you gotta make sure it's, worth the investment. Speaking on return on investments, one of the best investments you can make is on lighting, especially if you're a student. That's why I'm telling you about today's sponsor, BenQ, and their e-reading lamp. This ain't no ordinary lamp. This is a lamp designed for the 21st century. It's made specifically for screens, and with a tap of your finger, it can provide a wide source of light without creating any screen glare. You can adjust brightness, color temperature. There's even an auto dimming feature that perfectly adjusts the lamp to your surroundings. If you want to make a good investment and get that high ROI, make sure to check out BenQ's e-reading lamp. Links are all in the description below. So those are 7 reasons why I chose business school over film school. And now I'm sitting here at the end of my university, and there are some times where I think and I imagine, what if I did go to film school? What would have happened? What did I miss out on? And I think these are a couple of things that I think I did miss out on. The first one is the lack of the film industry and just filmmaking production knowledge in terms of a big scale, like movies and stuff like that. I've gone on sets before and there's just so much going on. There's all those different types of roles, there's different codes and languages. But for me, as someone that does YouTube, does kind of things in a small team, learned by myself, I don't really know all of that. So I kind of do a lot of things my own way. The industry has changed, but some things are important and you're definitely gonna need them, especially when you're working with big clients or companies that don't want to take risks and want to do the old school way. It's not like I can't learn. I can always go online and learn about it, but because I didn't go to film school, it doesn't come naturally to me, and I gotta do a little bit more digging and a little bit more learning on my own to kind of catch up. Number 2 is network. So this is the same with every university degree out there. It's not about what you learn actually. It's most of the time about who you meet. Business school especially, right? The network that you learn in business school is incredible. And I'm sure it's the same as in film school, especially with film being such a collaborative type of activity. Because I didn't go to film school, my network of creatives and of people in the film industry and such, it's not that much. And that makes it difficult sometimes when I want to work with other creatives to make bigger projects, or I'm looking for advice. I think the network aspect of things, this is definitely one of the bigger perks of going to film school. And the third thing I missed out on is the opportunity. Who knows what would have happened if I went to film school? I could have been in Hollywood, or I could have been, a director, or I don't know, who knows, right? But this is like with everything, every decision that we make in life, there's always an alternative path, and who knows what would have happened if you took that risk? Who knows what would have happened if you didn't take that risk, etc. So no regrets here, in an alternate universe somewhere. The me that went to film school, I hope he's doing well. I do hope he's doing well, yeah. And that is that. That is all my thoughts on why I chose business school over film school. I'm super happy that at the same time of going to business school, I could pursue my path of filmmaking and YouTube, and my passion of filmmaking is still here. I just love how there is two of those worlds in my life right now. Let me know in the comments below about your thoughts on my take, my reasoning on things, and your opinions on film school and business school and the like. If you like this video, make sure to click the like button, or others say smash the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel and consider becoming a patron as well. You can check it out, link is in the description. Peace out.